I got both the gyms though, so that was good. So at least we'll get both recordings this week.
Are we alive? Are we here? Do we exist, Deej?
Well, we do, but now everybody can see
Okay.
us. We've always existed. Not always.
Well, I
That's
have.
not true.
Well,
There's a
indeed.
short time period where we get to exist. It's called life.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I turned on StreamYard,
Not hells. I don't want to end up there.
hell yeah. Well, yeah. Heavens, yeah. Actually,
yeah.
I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet the other day that said, "There's a stairway to heaven, but a highway to hell." What does that tell you about expected traffic numbers?
Exactly. And is that the what's the other one? Like the road paved or something? I don't know, whatever it is. Isn't there one that goes like that too? Like, the road's paved with good intentions.
Road to hell is paved with good intentions. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. It's like,
anyway, happy everyone.
Yeah, exactly. No, well, but
when I turned on StreamYard, it said about AI clips. So I'm thinking, right, maybe we don't exist. Maybe we are just an AI.
Yeah, maybe we are AI. It's who knows. It's like,
what are you doing, Deej?
Yeah. So Ara did an AI for Braden a couple weeks ago. Braden was off, so he opened the show he put Ara's voice through AI, and he manufactured a conversation with it, and he put it out. And when it first started, I heard it. And now he didn't tell me. I didn't know, but I knew right away. I'm like, what's wrong with Braden? Right? It was like a little fast and a little high pitched. And I was like, but it was pretty close. And I mean, I know Braden pretty well, but it was pretty close. But even he had to give it up. He's like, this ain't right. It's like,
it's kind of scary though, isn't it? You know, kind of where we're going with this and how quickly we are doing it too.
It is. But it doesn't bother me. Like I'm in and I see all the people on Twitter and stuff. I'm in the Ben Affleck camp. I've said that before. It's like, I think it's a tool like anything else. And I think the people that are saying it's like, they're thinking like Terminator and everything like that. It's like, I would say we're like forever away from that, if it even happens, because they're missing, in my opinion. And this is what they say to Affleck, and he has more knowledge than I do. And I mean, he's listening to him talk. You're like, holy crap, is that man smart? You might not agree with him, but listen to the facts that he brings up and just how he is not the person that is like, when you see him in the movies, like even like Armageddon, which we should be getting in 4K fairly soon, right? You see that. Yeah. Well, it is announced. I've seen that.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't? Oh yeah. No. It's this year. It's soon, I thought. But you see him in that, and he's just like, and all his characters are like kind of, duncy little, not duncy, but typical guy, like whatever. And I mean, the accountant is probably one of his smarter characters. But yeah, but then you hear him in real life and you're like, oh my God, that is not even his public persona. His public persona is like, different wives, tattoo on his back. But then you listen to him talk and he's just so
he's articulate,
well-spoken.
Isn't he?
Yeah, very
erudite.
Articulate. Yeah,
so he's smart. An erudite man. Yeah, he is. Although, I mean, I the other day I was at court up in the advocate's room, which is kind of like a bit like a break room, really. And I was there with a lawyer who's 20 years older. He's an older guy, and and I was showing him about the AI stuff on the iPhone, because we were talking about evidence and manipulating evidence and how easy it is to do. And I showed him on the phone, my iPhone, no extra apps or anything on it. And I was showing him how you can change photos, with just literally just the built-in software.
Oh yeah.
I showed him a picture of like 5 people. And I said, right, those 5 people are there, aren't they? And he's like, well, yeah, I can see them. So right, watch this. Drew the outline. Off it went. Now where's that 5th person going? And he's like, oh my God. Yeah. And was just absolutely shaken to his core. And then I'm like, right, now look how I can take myself out of this picture and put myself into that picture. Now I'm there, not here. And that would be evidential. And he's like, oh. Yeah, he was shocked.
Right. But now here's where AI, where I'll give you an example of, that's all well and good, right? So you take the person out, and I did this recently for Larissa, and she had to have a picture, and she wanted her with her grandfather, right? And there were other people in the picture, but she was on the end and everything. So you use AI to remove the other people and do all of this. And it's like, but how do you get now? Okay, now AI puts them two together, but she's leaning the wrong way. He's standing a different way. How do you do that? And then it's the artist that has to say, now I need it this way and I want her on this side, and you move it around. But AI is a tool. But if if somebody, like, I'm not saying I'm the smartest guy in the world, but if somebody without my knowledge of composition and everything would just be like, isn't that great? And you would be. And I showed it to her the first one. I go, isn't that great? She goes, perfect. Nope, give it back. And then I go into Photoshop, I move it around, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, oh my God. And like almost, she didn't even know what the difference was, but it's like, you were leaning the wrong way. It didn't look right. Anybody with an eye would know that AI did that. But you see, and that gets literally to the point that Affleck was saying, is that it looks great to people that don't know, that aren't the experts. And I'm not saying I'm an expert by any stretch, but I'm just saying, like, that's why AI is so impressive to people, is we're not experts in most things in life. So AI is awesome for us. But the thing you are an expert in, you'll go look at AI and go, that ain't right. Right. Yeah. And that's all that Ben's saying. It's like, now I'm on a first name basis with him, you know, Mr. Affleck.
Mr. B.
Mr.
Mr. Duncan. But certainly the concern that we have then as lawyers, I mean, obviously, you know, let's not get too heavy, but the concerns we then have as lawyers is the presentation of evidence that can be manipulated and then may well be very difficult to then see that. I mean, obviously with photos, you've got metadata. Yeah, but I talked to my boss the other day. You know, he's a guy, he's pushing 80, and I had to, and he's dealing.
That's a heavy number to push.
Well, indeed. Oh yeah,
it's easier than pulling it, but it's tough. Yeah,
with his hip, he shouldn't be pushing anything, right? But it's hey Tony, if you're listening, he might be. He's dealing with a case amongst many, but there is a case where photographic evidence has been produced by a witness who is saying, this is proof that I did X, Y, Z. And I had to say to him, Tony, get the metadata. Don't just accept that. You need to see that, because if it's been manipulated, that should reveal it. But that's the worry. And again, you know, we can relate it to home theater, because, you know, 9 out of 10, 9.9 people out of 10 don't know the difference between 1080 and 4K and don't care.
Yeah.
Whereas we do. But when it comes to the law, 9.9 times out of, you know, jurors, magistrates, you know, district judges won't know either. And so they'll look at that and think, yep, that photo is proof that is what happened, when it could easily have been created on a phone like that in 2 seconds. That's the concern that I think is more realistic than it'll take over mankind and we'll be fighting the machines. Yeah. It's more insidious than that. And that's just some, you know, again, you say, not brightest person in the world. I'm not. You know, and I've just a couple of taps on an iPhone and there it goes. That's the concern that I think AI presents, more than taking over humanity, because that can be done now with just a couple of taps of a button, and we're dealing with people's lives. And it, you know, that's more of a concern. I think that's more insidious. Yeah. Than you know, the eventual enslavement of man.
Well, it's another, people can use it. Tool can be used for good or evil or whatever, right? So say you're a prosecutor or you're law enforcement, and we've all seen the movies, and they know somebody's guilty, but they just don't have the proof for it, right? But they know it, but they just can't prove it. But they could manufacture it, and now again, that's a tool that could be used for as bad, right? Like you can manufacture it to do it the other way when they think they're doing good. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, Steve. It's like, man, we nailed it, just like in rehearsal. We brought it right back around. I mean, people think we do this off the top of our heads. This is well scripted. We got to thank our writers. Thanks, Steve. Billy, great job.
Now Victoria and that, like, what the hell is he calling us?
What? He's got a staff? Yeah.
Just don't pay him very well.
I was going with the other term.
That too.
Oh, so you asked before we got on the air, am I shoveling? Well, look at the show title. HT Show 525, May 25th. Look at the day. It's beautiful here. It's almost 70 degrees outside.
Oh, wow. Oh,
that's
yeah,
why my
PF
face looks
that.
like that.
Paul said, Paul F says that as well. 71, 70, 21 degrees Celsius. Lovely.
I don't know what that is, but yeah.
Warm.
Exactly. Yeah, it was beautiful. Last 2 days have been gorgeous. Yesterday was in the 60s. I want to say we hit almost 70. What do I got? Yeah, 74. I got 74 on my watch right now. So, yeah.
So the snow's all gone?
No, we had a lot. We had a lot of snow.
Wow.
But
yeah,
but yeah, I got home. I finished. I got to work early, so because you can start earlier now because it's warm. So I started, got done, got home, went to the house, and the deck. All the snow's melted off the deck. The pile that I shoveled off is not gone. It's still huge. Yards still have snow in them and stuff, especially in the shadier areas and stuff. I mean, we got a lot of snow. Snowbanks are still pretty high. But yeah, so I was at the house. I'm like, oh, I can finish these railings. I got to custom build my stair railings because they're too long for the prefabs. But yeah, so I'm like, I'm all excited out in the sun, no hat, and got, it's gorgeous out. Actually worked up a little bit of a sweat, Steve. I sat down a little late because I come home a little stinky, out in the sun.
Was that your high school nickname?
Yeah.
But you do look
little stinky.
Just saying. I'm just saying. I think I saw that in your yearbook.
Yeah. Oh God.
But yeah, but your red of your cheeks.
Yeah.
Is kind of red. But it's not on your forehead. And so the only time I've seen that before is snow. This is what I sat down as a snow tan. Yeah. Where you get the reflection, obviously, off the.
But I didn't wear sunglasses today. It's like my forehead, my face, everything is red. See?
Oh yeah, but your cheeks are like a chipmunk.
Well, it's also the lighting in here and stuff and the way. But like you take that but I didn't wear my glasses when I was working today. I had no glass. I was like, for that reason, because sometimes I'll wear my sunglasses when it's really sunny, and then you will get that raccoon eyes. But no, I didn't wear anything today. That was nice.
Well, I'm very jealous. I've spent 2 days in a court. Training.
You're white as a ghost.
Well, this is it. I've been in a mock courtroom for 2 solid days, training the baby barristers in examination in chief for cross-examination. So it's just nice to be out of that. But I've barely been outside. So yeah, no tan for me. And but this is why I'm here and feeling slightly demob happy. Not only is it early, so I'm more awake than I normally am, but also it's just nice to not be talking about cross-examination and all that stuff. So yeah. So if it's a bit more anarchic this evening, there's a reason for that. I've been let loose.
You've been let loose. There you go. All right. We got stuff to get to. You want to get into? You got any other
let's do it, man.
before show questions, anything like that?
No, man. Everything's after show now. Everything, it's
all show. Let's get into HT talk and stuff like that.
We are Brightside Home Theater.
Hey, home theater nerds, welcome to the Brightside Home Theater Podcast, the multi-award-winning and giving and receiving home theater podcast that's all about the experiences, the sights,
the sounds,
the scenes.
How badly did I screw that up?
Take 2.
What did I do?
From the top.
I was, you know how many you guys are all fired. I was multitasking away over here. I'm like, I've got the one app open on my phone so I can read the thing I wanted to talk about. I'm trying to pull up a picture, but to pull up a picture, I got to share screen. All the while, the time's running out, and I've got to start talking, and I got to make sure the the audio, the sounds is on the right page. So, all of that stuff, and I'm like, hey, home theater nerds. I don't know. Hey, welcome to the bright side. Like, I didn't know if I was going to say chat or home theater. Oh my god!
It's you like that?
How badly did I screw up?
What was it? Winningness.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like that, wasn't it?
All right, so I got the right order, but I just stuttered it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So multi-award winning. We put out the request. Our listeners answered. Rate, review, subscribe. We haven't gotten a review in a long time, and I've been checking ever since. And this morning we got a new review, and this will be funnier for the audio only people. Here it is. Great podcast, 5 stars. I'm going to give this show 5 stars, but it's really gone downhill since that John guy left the show. Laughing face from none other than account Jay Saccone. I was like, okay. Apparently we weren't loud enough when we asked more. John heard us. So if John heard us, it did go out. We did ask.
Yep, he responded. Good old
Tom. Oh God, that was so funny. Yeah.
Oh man, we've had quite a bit of contact from him this week, haven't we? This weekend.
Yeah,
John.
Yeah, we were talking. Talking home theater and life. But yeah. Yep.
Doing well. Doing okay. It's good to know.
Yeah. Jay Saccone, never heard of them. Exactly. New listener there.
yeah. Just popped in.
Yep. Yeah. Actually, we got one. We'll talk about it, I guess, when we get to it. I don't know if he ever commented back on it. The one that we were telling him, leave your brain at the door.
Which one was that? Remind me.
The one, leave your brain at the door? You got to ask?
Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, yeah. No, I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
I don't think he replied back on that. Couldn't find his brain afterwards.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. God, dear. Yeah, we'll get to that one. That one's had some interesting comments on Twitter today. Okay. Yeah. Well, let me say hi to everyone in the chat, and then we'll do this little question I've got for you. All right, so let's. My mouse has gone to sleep. Hello, right there it is. Right, wakey. Now, of course, this is a streamlined chat because I think a lot of people don't realize we've started early, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens in about half an hour's time.
True.
But anyway, so Captain, my captain. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Someone called Brightside HT was.
Well, yeah, he's like, ain't talking. Lyrics. I'm not talking about the linen. That song. It's not the line, but. Yeah.
And then Steve Hatton as well. Hey, Steve. Marcus Beebs in saying hello in 2 versions of the chat. Dom's in. Bonsoir, Dom. And we've got PF's in as well. Obviously, Paul F's in. Hey, Paul. And Michael Piantadosi's in. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
And I'm trying to see. Oh, yeah. Someone new.
Which?
Diane Cavazos. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. That's quite English, isn't it? Hello.
All right. Hello.
Right. Hello.
I like it.
Hi,
Diane.
VR saying hello as well.
Bricks. Yeah.
Bricks.
No bricks. Don't throw bricks.
Bricks.
Brisk VR. Yeah, that's new. Yeah. Diane. Brisk.
And Rach is in. Jordan as well. So yeah. So hey everyone. Hello.
Diane Brisk. Leave a review.
Yeah. Not one about John.
Yeah, not one about John. Yeah. 5 stars are preferred.
Yeah. So there's people in. And as I said, I think a lot of people don't realize we're early. So we'll have to
early over there, which is nicer for people like yourself and Dom. Dom is like he's an hour ahead of you.
Yeah.
So in France. So
yeah, quite. No, absolutely. Yeah. So it's but yeah,
Germany.
No. So okay, so
yeah.
So let me do the question then, Dee. So it's kind of a question, kind of an observation. So talking to a friend of mine this morning, who is the one who likes to provide these questions and stuff for the show. I think he gets a bit of a kick out of providing it, knowing that I'm going to talk about it.
You have a source.
So, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's ketchup. No, not that kind of sauce.
Yeah.
So
he's not sauce.
Yeah. Now he says we'll credit the people.
Or
so
gravy
he said
in this house.
Great. Well, yeah, good gravy. Good gravy.
Yeah.
So he says that MovieWeb, so we'll give them their credit, have done a a list, and I am missing some information, so bear with me. Now they've done this list of 20 movies that that a sort of a young lad should see as part of growing up.
Oh, okay.
Now, I said to him, send me the list, and he didn't do it. I don't think he could find it, but he looked at it. And what he did tell me was the top 3, and specifically the top 1. Okay.
Top 1.
Top 1, the number 1.
The
top
top
1.
1.
Yeah, the first one.
I made the top 1.
I made the top 1. There we go. So, what do you reckon? Any idea what you think the number 1 movie, according to MovieWeb, is for a sort of a growing lad, a movie that needs to be seen as part of a movie education? Now, what I'm missing is I don't know how old this growing lad is supposed to be. I think he is young, so we're talking not R-rated. Anything less than R-rated.
Yeah.
But any idea? Now, I will tell you a little clue. It's very American.
Yeah, the first one first one that's popping into my mind, I can't even think of the name of it. But I know the movie, and is it Stand By Me?
No,
Stand By Me that's the one where the 4 kids, and they go on the train to look for the dead body,
based on the story, The Body. Yes,
the body. Okay, so that one,
the one is it is American.
Sandlot.
Well, this one is one that I think, and I mean this respectfully. I'm not being rude.
No.
I just think this is. It is a movie that I think only an American audience would choose as the number 1. When I tell you, I think you'll be like, oh yeah, I get that. But I don't think the Brits would. I don't think Europeans would. But I think Americans would. And we had this whole conversation with this chap earlier about it, because I said I think that's a very American choice in a respectful way. I don't mean in a rude way. I'll tell you that in the top 5 there was Ghostbusters, there was Gremlins,
okay,
there was Goonies, which I said,
I would have said Goonies, but not number 1.
No, it's not number 1. Any idea? PF says for movie education or life education, bit of both, I think, Paul. That's kind of what and again, I didn't see the list, so I don't know. But in terms of what the parameters of the list were, but I think it's supposed to be both movie education for life. No, Jordan, it definitely wasn't. A
movie education for life, and you don't have an age. Can you give me an age that it would be in?
It would be a young. It would be kind of a young teen. Okay, very young teen. I think you're talking 12, 13. Okay, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Sandlot's younger than that.
I've never seen that, Deej. I've never heard of that.
Lord of the Rings?
No. The Sandlot.
Sandlot? Oh, Sandlot's a bunch of kids. Like kids playing baseball in the Sandlot. It's like it's kind of like that. Yeah, and it's really good.
Is it Porky's?
It's Porky's, not Porkers.
That was an education, that film.
I would say coming of age, like teens. I'd say like
because you might have thought.
What's the military one with the kids? Dead Poets Society.
How can you not know that by now?
Which one?
Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle. Yeah, exactly. Iron Eagle. I'd say Dead Poets Society. I'd say
but this one's younger than that. When I tell you, I think you'll be like, oh, okay, right. But E.T., no, good shout, PF, E.T. Jordan's got Cannonball Run. Oh, great, Cannonball. I only watched that not that long ago. Again. Any idea? You're going to kick yourself when I say it to you, I think.
Not 16 Candles.
No, it's not. Nothing John Hughes. No, because, of course, those I think are very of their time. I mean, The Breakfast Club only came out here yesterday.
Breakfast Club is another one.
But I haven't seen that. I haven't got the criteria.
What is that? Yeah, you got to tell me, because I'm like, I could go on. Like, there's so many.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Monster Squad.
No. Why?
No, not having that. That's number 1.
How?
I don't know.
Monster Squad. What's that? What? And what's Monster Squad?
Have you not seen it?
No, I don't think so. Is it animated?
Oh man, that was Monster House, wasn't it? That one?
No, Monsters. I think.
Yeah, there was the Monster Squad, 1987.
Monster Squad.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. Oh,
yeah.
All right. Yeah, I probably saw that. I know I saw that. I'd have to watch it, and I'd say,
Hey, Fred.
yeah, that is not. Hey, Fred. Yeah,
no,
it's not even memorable.
Oh, you see, I'm interested. See, that's interesting. Yeah, because like I said, I said to my friend James, I said to him that would be an American choice because it's Halloween and it's all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of feeds into the holidays, which is a bigger thing in the US than in the UK. But they were like, yeah, Monster Squad should be number one. I mean, I personally, of course, would not put that above Goonies and Ghostbusters.
I mean, I'm looking at it on IMDb. It gets a 6.9 rating, but I'm like, let me see.
I mean, I might have said, things like Flight of the Navigator before I got to that. Back to the Future, I would have said. Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Stand By Me gets an 8.1 rating. Is iconic. It's like it's a coming of age for the kids. It's like Monster Squad. It's a rip off of I'm just reading the thing. It's like it's a rip off of Ghostbusters. It's literally in the tagline. It's like, who you going to call for ghosts? Who you going to call for monsters? Kids? I don't know.
Yeah. So Joshua Tibbs in the chat says, whoever heard of that? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm interesting. Yeah. I mean, again, I didn't do the list. No one complained to me. This is Movie Web. However, and again, I didn't, and no Brit would choose that. No European would choose it. But I can.
I got news for you. I don't think any American would either.
No. Well, quite okay. Well, that's interesting in and of itself, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
That it would be a number one that no one would choose.
Well, and that's how they get their notoriety, right? Here we are, just
we're talking about
waxing on about it and be like, oh, look at where did you see that? I'm gonna write them something. They're sitting there going, ha ha, I got clicks. It's like number one movie of the year. It's like Ishtar. What?
Red Sonja. No. Yeah. But yeah, so the Monster Squad is apparently number one. But yeah, look, I'm with you. I think Stand By Me is a slightly older kids movie. I think that's a 15, 16 movie because
it's actually not.
No. But in terms of But in terms of the message behind the movie.
Oh yeah, for the kids.
I mean, obviously they're all 12. They're supposed to be 12. Hence the bit at the end. But I think that movie hits more slightly older. And I say that as someone who saw it at about that age.
Yeah.
But I think it's a movie for that to get more out of it in terms of that lost innocence, lost youth. I never had friends in later life like I did when I was 12. Jesus, does anyone? That's kind of how that. It's such a good ending to that. But so yeah, I think Stand By Me. I think Dead Poets Society, even Breakfast Club. Those are slightly older.
All of those 16.
I mean, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I would put it in there as well. I mean, absolutely awesome. Another John Hughes movie.
I was thinking more along the lines of like what you'd want to show kid it. Don't talk to strangers or clowns. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, hey, Georgie.
But that's where I was thinking, like what you said, like a movie that would be iconic, something you would want to show kids on. This is what it's like, and that's why I think like a movie like Stand By Me. Kids see that nowadays and go, what? They just get to go out and walk down the tracks? It's like you don't do that now. You're like, take your phone, make sure you have a GPS unit on yourself. And I want you, the idea of going out and exploring and looking for a dead body. What are you, nuts? You can't do that nowadays.
That's exactly the conversation that I had with Jay. He's got 3 kids, 2 very young and then 1 slightly older. And again, I said to him, that's exactly what I said to him. He said, kids today don't know. Okay, bloody hell. Old man shouts at cloud, Kids today don't know the idea of, exactly. We're going to go on an adventure. We're going to go off for the day. We're going to encounter some adults that we may not get on with, but we're going to we're going to just do our thing. But yeah, kids don't do that anymore. No. That's not how that works now, is it?
No. I saw a tweet about that the other day about like you got locked out of the house at like 8 a.m. and you didn't come back until 8 p.m. And you at 8 a.m. you're like, what am I supposed to do? And your mom said, go read a book under a tree. And so for 12 hours, your mom thought you were reading a book under a tree, but you'd ridden your bike 10 miles away. You crossed the river in your jeans and they said all this stuff. Like you tried to climb a tree and fell out twice and you did all of this stuff and it was like dangerous stuff. And you're like, you get back home before the sun goes down and you're like, well, how was your day? Great. That was it. And it's like, And when I was a kid, I just listed a few things I might have done, right? And I thought we think that was crazy. Kids today think what I did was crazy. My dad told me, he's like, yeah, we used to go into Boston on our bikes and we'd throw bombs at the kids in the other neighborhood. What? Like bomb, like firecracker bomb. They'd make bombs, go in and have bomb fights. I was like, we had dirt bomb fights, but that was a piece of dirt that didn't break up and you'd throw it at somebody.
I mean, I can remember like this is one of the reasons it sort of speaks to me. The rock fights. I can remember throwing rocks at kids. Like, all having fun, and it's kind of, this is a joke. Just careful. Try not to get hit, but if you did, it's fine. Carry on. We did all that. Hell, my brother and I used to have firework fights. We'd fire rockets at each other in Spain.
Yeah.
It was all kinds of fun.
Yep.
But
man. That was the idea. And it's like, I mean, one of my buddies, we used to go into the woods, and if you found beer, then you're young enough, before you would drink it, you broke it. So the older kids in the neighborhood would hide their beer in the woods. We'd find it. If we found it, we'd take it and smash it again, because he'd shake it up and throw it and it'd explode. And my buddy Brian, we found a case of Heineken, green bottle. He shakes it up, takes it, throws it against a rock, but he threw it at a rock that was like right at his foot, like leaned down and went. The thing exploded into his face.
Oh, man.
And I'll never forget, we're in the woods. He looks up and he's got green glass sticking out of his face, blood running down, green glass. And he's like, don't tell my mother. Okay. Like, she won't notice. Don't worry about it.
You'll be fine.
You'll be all right.
Just a quick, that reminds me of something. We were working, I worked while I was doing my, some of my studies at a department store, a DIY store here called B&Q. And it's a national chain. And one lunchtime, I would have been about 18, I suppose. One lunchtime on a Sunday, I was working with a friend of mine. And we were tasked with, all the old stock that's not being used anymore. We were tasked with taking it out the back and smashing it so it couldn't be stolen, right? There's no point, it had to be destroyed, couldn't be taken or anything like that. And then amongst this huge pallet full of stuff was a big can of fill and fix foam. You guys, you got that there, I'm sure. Yeah. And we had baseball bats, we had hammers and everything. And this kid, I said his name was Lee. And I said to Lee, and I was going on my lunch break. He wasn't due to do that yet. And I said to him, Lee, whatever you do, don't mess with that can. Just leave that can alone. Smash up everything else. Don't touch that can. And amongst the other things we had was an axe. Right. So anyway, I go off to lunch, up to the break room, and I'm there having my lunch. And I swear to you, 15 minutes later, in he comes, looking like the Abominable Snowman. And he tried to cut the can in half. And the whole thing just got covered him from head to toe. Yep. And of course, that stuff is designed to stay there. Oh, yeah. And so it was, sticky. He couldn't get it off. It wouldn't come off any of his clothes or anything. But the way he just walked in, it's like, I know what you did. You didn't listen to me, did you?
Yeah.
Covered.
Oh, my God. Yeah. It's
anyway.
dumb things we did. Dumb.
The impetuousness of youth.
Yeah. And I mean, it's funny. Where did I see it? And this is where I'll stick up for this generation, for the latest generation, right? So it's like Joshua saying in the chat, advanced technology is ruining the youth. See, I wouldn't say that. I would say it's prepping the youth. The future isn't what we had, right? And it's like, it's like, it's not going to be the same. Now, if all of a sudden something happens and the world goes back 100 years, yeah, those people, the advanced technology kids are going to be screwed. But that's where it's like our generation, Steve, is in that sweet spot. And people have said this for years now, decades, that we're in the sweet spot of we know before technology, and now we know no technology. And so we know how to go get lost in the woods, and we know how to use technology if we need to, right? Whereas kids now, like, they don't know that stuff, but they don't need to know that stuff. 20 years, 30 years from now, we're the ones that are going to be lost because technology will have taken over. And these kids today, because they weren't outside learning to explore, will be able to manage the world a lot better than the kid that's just outside going, I'm looking at trees. Unless you're going to be an arborist or whatever, if that's a word.
Tree surgeon.
Tree surgeon.
Yeah.
But the headline that I had for you that I thought was funny is right up the alley for this. I saw this tweet today, and it says, developing. I won't out the person that put it. Yeah, well, they got like over 100,000 followers. I have it on my phone. You can't see it. But it says, developing. Television viewers are discussing how original versions of TV shows get shortened when they are sent to streaming. Many viewers are noting that history is being edited and replaced right in front of us. And if you click on the tweet, it's like it has a picture, and it's got a picture or a video, and it's got the upper and lower of the is it the Cosby Show, I think? And it shows like no, Fresh Prince.
That's a very different thing these days.
Yeah. No, it had at first it was the girl, but it was his sister. But anyways, so it has the scene, and it shows the identical scene and what they clipped out, because if you watch them together, you'll see what's missing. And it's like, I was watching all of the responses to it, and everybody's like, this is what's ridiculous, and they're trying to redo the past, and they're trying to, scrub our history, and they're doing this, and this, and this. And the first thing under it was the first person said, Grok, is this true? And then, which is what everybody does. And Grok gave the answer right away. This isn't new. This is what happens. It's always if you didn't see the show live, you're never going to get to see that episode, because once it goes to syndicate, they crop it to put more commercials in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's been that way
they've always done that. Yeah.
Decades. It goes back way before streaming was invented. This is what it was. So, and a good example is Big Bang Theory. If you want to see the original episodes, watch them on HBO Max, because that's like, I'm seeing, well, it doesn't surprise me anymore because I watch them all the time. But when you first start watching it, you're like, oh my God, I don't remember that, because you watched it on TBS so many times, because you only get that one shot to really see it when it airs. Everything after that is cut for more commercials. And people are blaming it now on streaming, and that there's maliciousness afoot. Like they're trying to do this to it. No, it's always been this way. But that's the headline.
But it's also kind of gone the other way, because if you think about it, Halloween is a classic example of it, where they actually extended the movie to fit commercials and have a commercial runtime. There is on the 4K disc, there is the Halloween TV version, which is longer.
Really? Because it wasn't 2 hours. It didn't make it.
Yeah, so they could
make the time slot.
Yeah. There's a number of them. There's a number of them like that. But Halloween's the one that always comes to mind. So they did that to fit more commercials around it. They actually extended the movie.
Yeah.
So it's not new. I mean, that's 1978. There's nothing new under the sun. And that's just the reality of it. But of course, I suppose certain generations are discovering it for the first time, so it must be new.
Well, that's just it. It's like they see it and they think it's the indicative of what's going on today, and they don't realize that that's what's always been done. It's like, so funny.
Well, it's a funny old world, and also quite funny how people the things people choose to get upset about in the world that we're in today. That's what they're throwing their toys out of the pram for.
Well, it's funny. There's a movie we're going to talk about that will play into that, and I'm sure we'll talk about that in a little bit. It's actually, as much as we said leave your brain at the door, there is a society element to that even, I think it was Ronald Reagan said, it was somebody a while ago said the exact scenario, like what it would take, and it pertains to that movie. But
so Jordan also says, so we've got, again, Beyond the Poseidon Adventure and When Time Ran Out, extended TV cuts. There you go. Seems strange, but
yeah, well, got to make it fit. It is funny they didn't think of just adding more commercials, because that's more money.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. But I would like to mention, I haven't read them all, but I've had a bunch of responses and everything. A lot of nice responses over today's Takeover Tuesday, from the long awaited, much anticipated. By me. And it's like having Jim Doolittle on, my AKA projector guy, and finally getting him on. And I listen back to every show once it goes public, just for audio quality. I've said that before. Sometimes like I'll hear us talking and I'll listen and I'll get engaged and listen to the whole show just because it's fun, right? Most of the time I'll just listen to snippets here and there to hear audio quality. I didn't listen to the whole show with Jim because it's too fresh, but what I did notice is listening to it is like I start scrubbing it and I'm like, listen, okay, let me hear this part. Everything we talked about is stuff we've talked about a million times over the years. Okay. That's how my brain works. It's new to me every time too. It's like, I know it, but I haven't learned it the way they learn it. And I still find it interesting. And every time he speaks, I pick up a little something more. And especially like when I know you haven't heard it yet, Steve, but we talk about 444, 422, and 420 and break that down. And that explanation that he gave, and I've heard him break it down before. I get it. And I understand. And that's like, I live in the world of, I don't pay attention to headlines. I get headlines. I read details. I get details. And in my head, I give it headlines. So I'm like 444, 422, and 420. Headline, 444 is better, 420 bad. Okay, good. And I move on. I don't remember the details, right? That's how I remember things. And now I am going to take that episode and listen to it multiple times because I can learn from it again, or I can reference it. Whereas I just had my memory before, and he is such a wealth of knowledge, like talking to any of these guys that loves to get into the weeds, like Jim Peterson or John Thompson, which we mentioned in the show. Any of these people that Mikey Schramm sat with me at lunch with Jim Peterson, he can attest like, oh my God. It's like these people, they just let it go. And you're like, what did he say? And you'll remember like maybe 2% of it, but you'll walk away with so much more knowledge. And that's what I've been dying to get him on. And we just happened to be having a conversation the day before. And I was like, Jim, we got to do a show, buddy. And he's like, let's do it. Okay. All right. He goes, you just tell me when. We hung up, and like 20 minutes later, I go, what are you doing tomorrow? I didn't want to give him any time to back out. Oh God. So
I'm looking forward to listening to it. Like I said, I tried to find it earlier. It didn't update on my phone. So I will tomorrow on my drive into work. I will start the listening.
Yeah. Paul in chat saying, PF Production saying, great Takeover Tuesday, about an hour into it so far. Yeah. And I could have kept going. He could have kept going, and we have. And like, and some of that stuff we just talked about, rehashed the day before and stuff. But yeah, it's so much fun. So much fun. So
right.
All righty.
Okay, we've got plenty to talk about.
Yes, we do. Where did the pictures go? Where did they go? Why aren't they?
There's still your one. There you go.
Oh, okay. What do you want to open with? Because everything I have, you have.
Shall I start with the season, the season I trailed last week, the Ninja one? Should we just quickly do that? Well,
there we go. Let's start with the entrance. And that's perfect. Perfect way to start. Start at the entrance. There you go.
Oh, yeah. So, at the entrance with Enter the Ninja. And this, ladies and gents, is where we begin our Brightside Ninja season.
Ninja journey.
Ninja journey. Ninja. Okay, yes.
You won't even see it coming until it's all over and it's too late.
Until you've been beaten up by your school friend for wearing a white ninja outfit.
Yep. Couldn't get your katana out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that might have been why you got beaten up in the first place.
Yep.
Anyway, this is.
It was a yardstick painted.
Yeah, not too lethal then. Okay, so this then is Enter the Ninja. So this is one of.
It's a mean spanking though.
Back to the yearbook. Right, so this then is Enter the Ninja. So this is one of three. This was a box set that I imported from the US. Kino Lorber, 4K, UHD, DTS HD 5.1. So this week, Enter the Ninja. Next week, Revenge of the Ninja. Week after, Ninja 3, Domination. And then we've got some American Ninja after that. Then Pray for Death. Then Ninja Assassin. So now, the reason I mean, I love these movies.
Sounds like a bad show.
Oh no, it's a great movie. Have you not
No,
seen
I know. It just sounds funny. This is gonna be so bad. You're gonna be praying for death.
Well, the Shokasugi's enemies in that certainly do pray for death. We'll come to that, but tune in a few weeks for that. So now the funny thing is, so back in the 80s, as I said last week, when I were a lad, back in the 80s, all you had to do to get me to want to instantly see a movie is have the word ninja in the title. And anyone of a certain age in the 80s, I mean, if you were a young teen or a 10, between 10 and say 16, someone said ninja, you're like, right, that's it. Show me it. I need to see it, injected into my eyeballs straight away. And so that has stuck with me, and I've still got that little boy is still in my head somewhere, and any excuse for him to come out. And once I saw that this set was coming out, I was like, I've got to have it. I've just got to have it. So this is the first one. Now, as I discovered quite quickly after putting this on, I'd never seen this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I would have sworn blind that I had seen it, but I hadn't. And so I watched the film, and there's an interesting story that goes with it. So I'm going to just quickly tell this, Deej, because the movie itself is definitely a movie.
Well, that's
not a great movie. Some might say it's a god awful movie. Whereas I liked it for certain bits. But there's an interesting story that goes with it, and the story I think is more interesting than the film. So Menahem Golan was the producer. So that Golden Globus productions in the 80s, they were everywhere, and he had decided one day that he wanted a new type of martial arts story, because you'd had the kind of the wrestling, boxing movies of the 60s, you'd had the kung fu movies of the 70s, and the idea was he was looking for something in the 80s, and someone said ninja and brought him this title, right? So what he did was he thought, right, this is it, this is what we're going to do, and he took on a stuntman who was going to play the lead. I won't give names. This is all on IMDb, but we won't give names because this is all as per IMDb. So he gets this stuntman, and he says to this stuntman, right, you're the lead of my Enter the Ninja pick, and there's a guy called Shokasugi. He'll be fine, and that's what we'll do. So they said, we'll shoot it in the Philippines. It'll be cheap. That's what we'll do. So off they go. Okay, now he's producing at that point, and there's a director. They hire a director to film it. So 3 days into shooting, this Menahem Golan realizes that this stuntman can't act, and he can't act at all, and he's the lead. So he promptly fires him and fires the director as well, as in from the lead, and says to this guy, you could do some of the stunts, but you're not going to be the lead. So he's now started shooting. They're in the Philippines. They've got no lead, and they've got to shoot this movie. So he says to one of his agents, who is in the Philippines at the moment that's famous? And they're like, well, what do you mean? He goes, there's got to be someone here that's famous.
Yeah.
And there was a film festival on down the road, is how I've read it. And Franco Nero was there. Django himself was there.
Okay.
And he was publicizing a film, right? And literally, Menahem Golan goes to him and says, we'll give you all the money. We just need you to come and be a lead in this film called Enter the Ninja. Now, Franco Nero, no martial arts training whatsoever. He's got a strong Italian accent, as you'll know if you've seen Django, or any of the Django movies. And the lead is supposed to be Texan. So what they do is they go, right, okay, well, you'll have to come in and do it. We'll give you the money and we'll just dub your voice. So that's what they do. And what happens then is you get this movie in which you've got, so when you get the ninja stuff in the costumes,
yeah,
at least there's some sort of martial arts prowess, right? Some sort. But whenever you get Franco Nero on screen, that guy can't lift his leg above his waist.
Right. So when he's not a ninja, he can't pretend to be a ninja, and he's there to do one thing, look and sound the part, and he can't do either.
No. And this is the thing. And some idiot had given him some nunchucks and said to him, some nunchucks. And of course, as we know, because we all tried that in the 80s. How many times did you hit yourself in the whats with nunchucks in the 80s?
It's called nutchucks.
Yeah, quite exactly. Yeah. Nut upchucks after you hit yourself in the nuts. And
yeah,
and
you wish
so,
you hit yourself in the face.
Yeah, quite. And he's trying this. I mean, it's not good, and there's no point in me saying that it is good because it's not. But so the story about the making of the movie is more interesting than the film. So the film itself is very, 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 very unique. Oh. And there is an extended ninja bit at the beginning. There's a bit of ninja-y stuff at the end, and in between, it's just very odd. So in and of itself, bear in mind, this was my first watch of this. In and of itself, as a movie, it's not great. And I'd be lying if I said it was. And we're being honest here, and it's not a great film. But I'm very glad I've got it because this kicks off the rest of the ninja movies of the 80s. And so I appreciate it for its place in history, even if it's not its place in movies. Now, I'm glad to report it does look, for a movie that was shot on for $50 in a packet of chips. It looks really nice. Kino Lorber have clearly done some work on this. So when you get the red, as you can see there, when you get the red of the ninja bad guys, it really pops. The white of the white ninja, looks, just glows as well. And so it does look really good. And it sounds okay, bearing in mind, again, it's shot for nothing. So it does look and sound great, but it's not a great movie. It is a curiosity, this film. And when I finished it, I was laughing my head off in the way that I'm sure they didn't intend, but still makes it fun. And it's going to stay in the collection because I love how its place in history and movie history. And I love the story behind it too. And I've told loads of people it since. So yeah, I don't recommend it in and of itself. If you're going to get it as part of this box set.
Part of the trilogy, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, because it does then do that. Now, all three movies have different stories. They've all got Sho Kosugi in playing different characters. He's the bad guy in this one. He's the good guy in the other two. So yeah, I recommend it for its historical value, not for its movie value. But I had a great time watching it. It is funny, but they don't intend it to be.
Yeah, I grabbed the box set.
American
Ninja, and I got American Ninja's already on the way, along with American Ninja 2, because I didn't get 3.
Why not?
But yeah, so I did grab the box set, so I'll try to catch up to you.
So of these ones, did you say, sorry, or American Ninja?
I got all of them. I got the box set of these, Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, and Ninja 3.
The Domination.
Yeah,
with a female ninja.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I didn't realize they were that old. 81, 83.
This is 81, 83, 85.
And is it 85? Is that 84?
Yeah, it's 85. Oh, 84. Wow.
84, it says
that quick.
Yeah,
Wow,
Kino Lorber saying 84. Yeah. So,
man. Yeah.
Crazy.
It really is worth seeing.
They had to get them out quick before the fad died.
Well, and yes, that's the reality, isn't it? But tune in next week where we'll then do Revenge of the Ninja, which I'm pleased to say I had seen before, and I knew that one, and that gets us on track nicely. So yeah, Deej, I can't wait to see what you make of this. This one, when you finish, you'll be texting after 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, kind of like I did another one. What was American Ninja? What year was that one?
It was that 85.
85. Yeah, just looked it up.
85. Yeah,
85 as well. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to that. But I'm looking forward to.
Too.
So I've already seen Revenge of the Ninja. We'll do that next week. I'll watch Domination this week. Ninja 3 Domination.
Yeah.
Nothing else Domination. And then
what you do on your own time. Back to the yardstick. Okay.
Yeah, back to that's it. Oh yeah, your katana.
Yeah. Okay. Oh boy.
So definitely. I recommend this as part of the trilogy. I think Johnny Speakers, I'm pretty sure it was. I think it's him. It might have been Danny Speakers, but I think it's Johnny. He DM'd me and said he had bought just this one because I think they are available separately.
Yeah.
And he was like, that was enough for me. I haven't bought any of the others. And now I know why. But as part of the trilogy, I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah. So, and how much was the box set, by the way, Deej? How much was it over there? Try and quarter it. I don't.
$60, $59.99.
A little steep, but it's
20
for a slice of your childhood.
4K, $20 a movie.
Yeah,
they're all 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah. They're all
yeah.
DTS HD master audio.
Yeah.
And I mean, spoiler alert, ready for next week. But Revenge of the Ninja looks and sounds great as well. So, and certainly as good as you're ever going to get them. I mean, this looks how you remember them looking, which is not how it normally works, is it? Normally, when you watch them, they look rubbish because rose tinted spectacles. But with 4K, it looks how how your mind's eye sees.
How your mind remembers it. But if you actually went back there and you were like, "What the hell?" It's because you were watching it on a regular probably 280 resolution at the time. Whatever we were watching it on. But.
Well, because we'd have been too young to see them in theaters, presumably.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, your parents wouldn't have taken you to see these, would you, as an R-rated movie? No. So, and over here, they were anything with the word ninja in it. In the UK,
might have seen American Ninja in the theater, but I'm not sure. I know I've seen that so many. I loved that movie. Loved that movie.
Yeah, it's very cool. Sorry, School Kung Fu Film saying, did you start early? Yeah, the clocks went forward in the US, buddy. Sorry, mate.
Yep.
So of course we're an hour earlier.
if you're in the US, except Arizona, because they don't actually change their clocks. But if you're in the US, we started on time at 4, but over there it would have been only 4 hours. You're only 4 hours. France, Germany, they're 5 hours instead of the 6. So
yeah, that's it. So, and that's for the next 3 weeks, isn't it? So and then our clocks then go forward, so it'll be back to the usual time. There's a public service announcement. But yeah, so like I said, I'm really loving this trip back to the 80s, the heyday of the Ninja. It's all kinds of fun. And lots of fun to come as well in the weeks ahead.
Yeah. You got me going. I can't wait. I'm like, now I can't wait for that. The box set's actually going to be here tomorrow, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
It's funny. I don't know what's going on with American Ninja. That's taking a little bit long. I don't know what happened.
Maybe it's been attacked by black ninjas. Oh, they're always the evil ones.
Yeah.
That's one thing you discover, right? The black ninjas are always bad guys, right? Black as in, by the way, as in clothing. Not as in. Sorry, let me just make that clear.
There we go. That's so we won't be back next week.
Yes, cancelled.
We've been canceled. But no, that's in G.I. Joe. The White Ninja's the bad guy.
Yeah, Storm Shadow. Yeah, but that was
Storm Shadow's the bad guy, and Snake Eyes is the good guy, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Whereas these ones, the kind of the black ninjas, is the master ninja, and he's the really bad guy.
Yeah.
But it's so cool.
I mean, I never understood. I always preferred the White Ninja just because it was different. I never understood why they would do that. And the only way I could do it, especially growing up in New England, is they did it for the snow. Because the ninja costume is for deception. It's for cloaking yourself.
Blending in. Yeah, in the shadows.
You can't blend into a shadow if you're dressed in all white. It's like, I'm so good, I don't even have to hide. Like, okay.
Well, that's
not
one of the
to
funny
critique
things.
you, Steve, and your country, but kind of the reason you lost the revolution was walking around with that X on your chest as a bullseye.
That and walking towards the enemy, towards the enemy didn't help too much.
Hi, we're coming to get you. Dressed in red with a white cross on your chest.
Not the sharpest tools, that lot. Yeah,
no,
did really well. But yeah, there's a funny bit in the start of Enter the Ninja where there is an extended sequence in the sort of the jungle forest, whatever you want to call it, where one lot of ninjas is all in red, and then the other ninjas all in white, and you see them trying to hide in the undergrowth, and you're like, not the most camouflagey colors, those guys.
Nope. Yeah.
They might be deadly, but they're just not very bright.
It's that's called natural selection. How that works out. It's like, okay, that one didn't last long.
Spend all those years honing your skills to then just get shot because you stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah. But all right.
But yeah, so there we go. So tune in next week for the next one.
Yep. Yeah, I can't wait to get to it. All right, let's see. Actually, I can delete that one. Which do we want to go with next? We have three you and I can work with together.
Yep. Do you want to? The show title can be that one.
Which one?
Yeah, the streamer one. That going to be the show title?
This one?
Got to be, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it?
Oh yeah,
it's got to be.
Yeah, because it's the most.
Do you want to do? Do you want to do Boston's Finest then? Yeah, go on.
All right. Where's my version of that? It should be in here already.
And you can and let's see if your accent gets stronger the longer we review it.
Yeah, I don't think it'll get. I thought I dropped it in here. Where did it go? Where's my version of it? Just so I have it to go back and forth. Actually, yeah. Where is it?
Please
actually,
hold.
while I'm looking for the images, you want to do this one?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We'll do this while I'm looking for that image. And,
yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, because we both did this, you did it a couple weeks ago. We're on to.
Okay, then. Yeah. So,
all right.
This then. Yeah. Do you want to do this, Steve? Do you want to introduce this one then? Sorry, looking for the images, or
no? That's yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. While I'm looking for the image, I can't really look for the image. Actually, I can drop it in from my phone. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So this, viewers, those listening are like, we don't have a clue. This is Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, season 2, which is 2 episodes deep. Third episode dropping tomorrow. I think it's every Wednesday, isn't it?
Fridays.
Is it Friday? Okay. Oh yeah, it's Three Kings every Wednesday. Come on, I'm trying to keep track of this stuff. So yeah, every Friday. So okay. So previously on Brightside Home Theater with Monarch season 1, from what I remember, John and I were quite lukewarm about it because there was too much talky, not enough monster smashy.
Yes. And you guys were Jeff Goldblum. There are going to be monsters in your monster movie. Series? Yeah, monster series. Yeah, that's what we talked about. And I loved it. I loved the talky, and the and there were monsters, but you guys are right. It could have used more. To the point that we were like, well, maybe they're saving the budget for the final episode, and it's like all of that stuff. It's like, and the final episode was pretty good, but it could have used more.
The first series was kind of monster of the week. Each one you had a kind of little creature. It was a bit X-Files-y, monster of the week, and some were fine, but there was also interminable scenes of people talking about their mums and their dads and their and their aunts.
It was a lot of exposition to get you caught up.
Yeah.
They gave you a lot of backstory, and that's the way the show is set up. It's like you have, I think. They were depending on, and I did enjoy it, but I think you and John are more to the pop culture was more like, okay, that's a great gimmick having Kurt and
Wyatt
play father son, play the same character, different ages. And they were hoping that would carry over because, and I know how much John hates that stuff too. John hates time. Why are we doing time jumps? Why are we going back? And that's the entire show, back and forth and back and forth. And because they're doing that, that lends to all the exposition. And you're like, can we get to because you just wanted to leave your brain at the door and watch big monster stuff, and you got a more cerebral kind of show, which I did enjoy. And I feel like this season, because of all the exposition, episodes 1 and 2 feel a lot more fun. We know what's going on, that we got monsters, and I know we're going to get into the home theater part of it, and I want to hear what you think of it, but I feel like this is going to go just like season 1, and you'll be like, and they spent all their money up front, and we got all the monsters, and we're going to get more exposition, and you're going to be disappointed again. And I'll be like, I'm loving it.
Yeah. Oh man, I hope not. Well, so we finished the first series, and I remember saying on the show, I think I'm done. I don't need to see another series. If this is the end, then fine. I won't watch it again. It's all done. And so I did leave it a couple of weeks or so, I think, after it had dropped, because again, I was like, well, I'm not that bothered about it. But then I had some time, and I thought, well, if I'm going to see episode 1, I'll watch it in the cinema room rather than on the glasses, which I toyed with the idea of watching. But I thought, no, okay, let's give it a whirl in the cinema room. I hadn't read any reviews of it. I didn't know what it was supposed to be in terms of how it was going to develop. So I'm very pleased to report I genuinely really liked episode 1 of season 2, because it did give us smashy and less talky.
Yeah.
And it's all action, really. That episode was very little 2 characters talking about their feelings. There was very little of that and a lot more action. I do think the cliffhanger at the end of season 1 was resolved very quickly in episode 1 of season 2. Just like, click your fingers. He's back, everybody.
I agree with you. but he's also the biggest star.
Yeah, quite.
You couldn't leave him just wandering.
Yeah, indeed. Yes, indeed. Wandering the earth.
You know, and when you go by like the backstory of what goes on, it's like he was literally down there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, if that. Because if you know, the way it works out, like, because that character they brought back in season 1, she's like, how long's it been? Oh, like 29 days. They're like, no. You know, so he was probably there like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah, quite.
You know,
well, that's how it felt in the show as well. It's like he's gone. No, he's back. He's back. Yay. Okay.
Yay.
But it was much more action packed, and I did enjoy that. And even the flipping backwards and forwards was done relatively snappily, which was good. Now, episode 2 does kind of go back into the mold a little bit, and again, and slightly oddly, this is the other thing that occurred to me, Deej, and I'm wary of spoilers, so I'm not going to spoil anything, Jordan, because I haven't seen episode 2 yet from the chat. So what is a bit odd though, and I'm not sure the show has really worked out what to do with this, you have the characters in the past facing some sort of jeopardy, but there is no jeopardy because at the same time, these two characters are in the future, well, our present. In fact, no, it's our past, isn't it? It's 2017. So you've got the people back in the distant past facing some sort of jeopardy, but you know there's no danger because you've also got their future selves. So that's a bit odd. So when there are extended action scenes in the past where you've got two characters facing mortal danger,
we said this last season
there isn't going to be, because you know they survive. So that's a bit odd, and I'm not sure why they spend a lot of time doing that because there is no jeopardy there at all, none. And that certainly occurred to me this time. But but more smashy, so that's okay.
Yeah.
So I am enjoying this, and I'm looking forward to seeing the next episode. And that's not something I could say about season 1. So it's got me interested again in what they're doing, and it's definitely more action packed. In fact, Deej, season 2, episode 2 reminded me a bit of Godzilla -1.
Yeah.
And I think that's very deliberate because if you're trying to, get off the back of that, and I won't say why to anyone. I mean, you'll know why, but not for anyone that hasn't seen it. I think there is definitely echoes.
Isn't it kind of in the image?
Well, yeah, kind of, yeah, but how it works. I don't want to say. I feel bad. I wouldn't like it if someone did it to me. So there's definitely echoes, I think, of Godzilla -1. So I'm on board now in terms of the home theater. Sorry, Deej, forgive me. Sorry, there's me spiraling on. You didn't say what you thought of it. Sorry, apologies.
No,
what are you making?
I agree. I went on. I thought I went on first about it, and I took it away from you. But okay. But yes, I agree. I a lot of smashy. But it still retained the, like I said before, the cerebral part. There's a lot going on. Still a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of exposition, but they're still explaining stuff. We're still learning so much more. Because you get it. It's not like they went full smashy because there's still so much more to learn, which is kind of cool but weird because what we're finding out is when you're learning stuff, it's from the past. So it's information that they have today. And now we're learning stuff. It goes to the past. Like even, this is getting into like Predator territory, right? Where this stuff has been, you know what I mean? Where it's like, this is like globally historic, types information. And I think that's a lot of fun. I do. It's like, it's they're giving, and think about this too. I was thinking this watching probably the second episode, like you said, which is like -1. All this comes from those movies we watched where it was like, a man in a costume stomping on Tonka trucks. You know what I mean? Like just a funny thing. And you've given it such a backstory to, it's just the history of the movie or the genre itself,
how far it's come. Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? Yeah. The scale,
it's like
sweep. Yeah, very different.
Yeah, it was just a creature double feature monster type movie thing, and now we're getting into Monarch. We're talking about how we studied this from way back. It's just, it's just so much fun. So much
It
fun.
is good.
So,
it is. So home theater. So I would now again. I thought season 1 was good, but not great. I would struggle now to say to you about a single sequence that I can remember that really pushed home theater. I couldn't name one with a gun to my head, or indeed a monster at my back. Whereas this straight away, and I think demonstrably so, is a very different, demonstrously so, is actually significantly better, several leaps above better, both video and audio. Video, I think it's really three-dimensional, almost to the point where some of the opening, again, I'm wary of spoilers, but the open, there is a lot of creature stuff in episode 1. And it's really three-dimensional. And it reminded me of the Universal Studios rides, where the big creatures, that sort of gives it away, but the big creatures are all moving around. And I was thinking, man, this is actually really well done. And it looks three-dimensional, and it's really colorful and really detailed. And these things feel big because of the stomping around. There's decent bass, there's good surround. I actually was like, wow, okay, I'm back on board. You've got me back interested, and I really liked it. And episode 2 doesn't quite go all the way to that. I think episode 1 is slightly better, but still really, really good. And I'm very, very, very impressed with it as compared to season 1. It's not referenced. No one's saying this is a new dawn of streaming for me anyway.
No,
but it's still very, very good. And so I was impressed. What did you think, Deej?
Same thing. It's like I think, have I watched an Apple product recently? I just know coming back to this, I was like, oh my, yeah, this is Apple. This is their attention to detail for quality of picture, quality of sound. Absolutely. There was a sequence I thought in the second episode, I forget what it was, but I thought there was a sequence for audio there. I did really enjoy the bass in this. Like you said, in the first one, very reminiscent of one of the movies where the creature at the time, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to give the creature away or anything like that, because it is a fun ride to go along as they reveal creatures that and creatures actually that are going to be new to you too. So even episode 1, like if you haven't seen it yet, it opens with a really good home theater experience that lasts about 5 minutes.
It's extended, isn't it? Yeah, it's good.
And is some real good bass. And you'll know what I'm talking about. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, you'll know when you get there. You'll be like, oh my God. Yeah. It's some really nice bass in different aspects of that creature. The other thing I was going to tell you is I really enjoyed the breakdown, like previously on, that last, because there is so much exposition to it that you're like, you need that. I watched it twice. I was like, let me try that again. And it's like, and I really enjoyed the first season, paid attention to everything, but then you come back to it and you're like, oh yeah, okay, here we go. And it leads you right into where they are. I mean, it picks up right then and there, and you move on from there. Really, really good. And I do think it's not reference. It's not a new dawn of streaming, but at the same time, it's only getting better. And it's like, we are going to be talking about, especially here, we'll be talking about how close it's getting to physical, how good it's getting. And it's ridiculous how crisp and clean and the dynamic range in both the audio and the video is in this stuff. It's, really good. The jungle scenes that they show in the flashbacks, when they're in, there's a few particular scenes when they're in the caves, and the detail that you see, which you need to see. There's some detail that you need to see, and it's really, really well done. So,
it is.
I was excited for it. Funny, you got to it before I did. and you weren't excited for it, but then I forgot it was coming. I'd seen the ads, but then you're doing something like, oh, that's now. Okay. I saw you had it done and I was like, oh yeah, I got to get that in. And like you, I almost did it on the glasses because I wasn't always home. And I'm like, no, I got to do this right. I tried watching it at the house when I was working on it. I have a TV set up and everything. And I was like, I was like, there's a lot of exposition. I'm like, no, I got to do this. I shut it off. Nope. I got to do this in the theater. So yeah, it kicks. It really does. A lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, so Scruffy saying he's thinking of ordering the X-Real Pros. Talking about the glasses. Yeah. Scruffy, I'm not going to suggest otherwise. I'm still using mine. I was watching something on it earlier today. They are awesome. Yeah.
Isn't there a new version? Did they?
There's a new X-Real AS1 or something.
Still not 4K yet, right?
No, but what you've got though, they're just a slightly wider field of view. The three, so the X-Real ones I've got, the X-Real 1 Pro and the X-Real AS, whatever it is, ones.
Yeah. Future came out with a new one too.
Yeah, they're on the same.
Future's got an upgrade that's closer to now. They're closer to being identical to that. It's like they took a couple of those things.
There's no mention yet of 4K, but I have to say, what seems very clear. Now, bear in mind that the marketing director of X-Real follows me on Twitter, as do X-Real themselves. So the algorithm sends more of this stuff my way, but it seems to be an area of tech that is snowballing. It's going so fast, and every company in their cat seems to be coming out with new glasses. So we are going to get 4K.
It'd be interesting.
In the very near future. It won't be long.
Yeah, I think. I'm wondering how much you need the 4K even in those, because
Don't mind the size though.
Yeah, but see, that's the interesting part is that I'm not necessarily sure you need the 4K as much as you want the HDR and, the dynamic range, because yes, these are glasses. They're right up against your face. Right. But is the but yet it's a giant screen, but your nose, it's not like, it's hard to describe if you haven't experienced these things, but it's not like your nose is up against the screen. Right. And if you listen to the conversation Jim and I have talking about resolution, it's like he's running 1080p, but where he sits, he's like, you can't tell the difference if it's because he also is running the HDR and everything like that. So he's running, he through his Lumigen, he's running dual projectors. He's got HDR. He's got all of that stuff, but it's in 1080p. Now, as he said, I don't know if he said this on the show or if we talked different privately, but if he sits in his seat to watch a movie, you can't tell the difference of the resolution. If he moves up a few feet, I can tell the difference, but I don't watch movies from there. So you don't need it. And that's why I'm wondering with the glasses, you can't move closer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, do you find watching these glasses that you can't see pixels? It's not like you can tell the resolution. So I'm wondering if it's the 4K is a bigger deal or if they're going to come out with 4K with HDR and that will be the bigger deal.
I think, do you know what? I think they'll come out with 4K because of nothing else. It's the brand recognition. Oh, these are 4K.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm having, so I think that's what they'll do. But I think there will be a difference. I think, bear in mind that it's going to be, the image is being blown up. I think it will be sharper. I mean, HDR, of course, will look amazing anyway, but I think it will be sharper. I think they will go to that sooner or later, or there's going to be a different display tech, but because they're using OLEDs at the moment. But I think that's what it seems to be. That's almost inexorably where it's moving, because that's an easy sell, isn't it? Yeah, X-Real contacts. Scrub, you can get separate lenses for these if you do need glasses. So if you need contacts, you can get them. But I think that it's about the marketing. It's the easier sell. These aren't 1080p. These are 4K glasses. They themselves, don't they? But just answering a couple of things in the chat. So Scruffy, I've got the X-Real ones. That's what I've got. The Pros weren't out when I bought mine. I wasn't going to wait. I got impatient.
Yeah.
And then Michael just saying, curious about what gear you guys are using. Well, so there's a couple for me anyway. Obviously, Deej has been through it recently. Yeah. So you want to go back to, go to the website, go to home theaters,
Yeah.
Go to the first one, which was Cinema George. You'll see what gear I'm using. Still using mostly the same gear. Been updated since then. And also, and also home theater tours on YouTube.
Yeah, we did that one there for your theater.
It's upgraded a bit since then, but generally the same.
Mine, I can give a quick rundown here. It's like I used to have a dedicated theater in my other house. I'm building a new house for newer listeners, so I'm here in a smaller room. I took my gear from there. No projector here, but I've got a Bravia 5, 75-inch Bravia 5 that I sit about 7-8 feet away from, so I have a huge field of view. I have my older gear here. I got Kaleidoscape, Denon, forget what model it was, but it's Atmos DTSX, all that. And I got a Panasonic 820, Kaleidoscape, and what else? Anything else? SVS all around, but it's the SVS. What were they? The Pinnacles back then? The top before the newer ones. So I got SVS across the front. SVS. I put a smaller SVS subwoofer in here, the 1000 SB sealed. So I got that in the front, and that kicks in this room. But Atmos with SVS elevations, that's the only new thing here that I had to get, because all my other speakers are, that's just,
So mine is on the site. But I mean, I'll quickly do it. Mike, save you he says homework, so we can save him some of that. I mean, if you want to see the tour of Cinema George, you can also go into my bio on Twitter as well. I've linked to the raw footage of the home theater tours on my bio. Michael follows me on Twitter, so if you click on that, that'll show you as well. But yeah, I've got a 75-inch Sony Z9D, legendary Sony Z9D. That people were crossing borders to buy.
Yeah.
And I've got a DLS flat box speaker package, so that's the 7.2.2 with in-seating Atmos speakers. I've got a Oppo UDP 203 4K player. I've got a Yamaha RX A3870, I think it is, receiver. I've got a running Harmony Elite. We've got in all that good stuff, PS5, PS4 for thing movies, Apple TV 4K, all that kind of stuff. And then again, so I'm running Atmos, Neural X, DTSX, all that stuff as well. But the full list is on the website, as I say. So yeah, all good.
Yeah. Mine's 5.5.2.1 or 5.1.2 system. One sub, 2 overheads, 5 around, 5.1 system. So yeah, and it's
Scruffy says Oppo sitting on gold there. Yeah, don't I know it? These things are becoming absolutely crazy. Yeah, I mean, have you ever bought? Here's another question for you: have you ever bought AV gear that has appreciated in value, not depreciated in value?
No, that's and I sold mine. I bought mine. I bought mine for, I think I got it for 500, 450 or 500, because I said it in the show, when I got my Oppo 203, I got it like as it was released. And so it was like entry, from Oppo themselves. So it didn't go. So I think I probably got it like 450. I ended up selling it for $1,200. And that's how I got that's how I had started my Zapiti set. I got my Zapiti out of it. And I'm not saying I'm regretting it now. I love my experience with the Zapiti and I learned so much doing that, but I want an Oppo back just for the, the nostalgia. I don't need it. I mean, the Panasonic is just as capable, if not more capable than the Oppo in a system that had a projector in it without the Lumagen. Once you have a Lumagen or you have a display, you don't need the capability of the Panasonic because of the you don't need the optimization that you'd need with a projector. So, but yeah, the Oppos are awesome. And what else is nice about the Oppo that I don't know, you might not even be doing it. The processing in an Oppo is so good that you can use it to process you put everything through it to your, because it has an in. So you would run out of your receiver into the Oppo, out of the Oppo into your display. And that's the way Jim had mine set up, because it's something to do with the processing and that was even better. So
no, man. Mike says, sorry to derail the show. No, Mike, don't be silly.
No,
don't be silly.
It's all.
No, we love talking this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is because of how easy it is to derail the show, because we love talking about this kind of thing. So you haven't got to try hard. Don't worry.
Nope.
Okay.
Right. So
are we ready to park the car in Harvard Yard?
Yeah. Oh my God. This movie I haven't seen this in a while, and I've seen it so many times, but yeah. All right. Here we go. The show has rails.
Cheers, Greg.
Greg. There. Yeah. One.
yeah.
We're lucky if we
too long.
find
You have to fix them.
Yeah.
All right. Did you do this? Because you can say it properly. I can't say it correctly.
Oh,
there's only one way to say this, and that's with an accent.
This is well, you watched it in you saw it in 1080p, correct?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So I have 4K. Yeah, 4K. I believe it might be Dolby Vision. But let's get to the title, The Departed. There you go. Yep, The Departed.
Doesn't sound the same when I say The Departed.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jack Nicholson, Matt Damon. What's this? Alec Baldwin.
Marky
Mark. His brother's in it too.
Is he?
Yes. He was. So there's one particular scene. He comes in. They're in the meeting room, and when Mark Wahlberg's character is in there with Alec Baldwin, and they're talking to their meeting with everybody, and somebody comes in with a report, and I swear it's I didn't look it up, but I think it's his brother. I think it's Donnie.
Not Donnie. Is it Donnie? Really?
Yeah, Donnie. I think it's Donnie. I kept looking for it, but he walks in with a file and he hands them to it. Like he has a line or something. He says something as it goes through, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
Do you reckon
him.
it's? Then I can say I've been directed by Marty Scorsese. Do you reckon that's what it is? It's like, I don't care.
Oh, they're all trying to get in on it. Yeah. It was, this.
So 2006, this movie. And what's interesting that's the 4K version. It is out on 4K disc in the US. And by the way, anyone that is thinking of importing it, and I am, it's like $11 on Amazon. It's really cheap. So I am gonna order it. But the reason, just in case anyone is wondering why now, I did a little mini Jack Nicholson season just in Cinema George. I started with One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah. Then I did. I'm trying to think of the next one now. Oh yeah. Then I did Batman, and then I also did this one and Chinatown. And I'll review these in the weeks ahead. There's no rush for these, but. So The Departed was kind of the one I thought, well, that'll do, rather than A Few Good Men, which I love, but I've seen many times.
We actually should have saved this for next week with St. Patrick's Day.
True.
Now that I think of it, because there's a lot of, oh my God, there's so many like Irish jokes and digs and like history. And I'm like, well, that explains a lot because I'm Irish. And it's like, there's so many lines in this. And I'm like, yep.
So this DVD, this Blu-ray that I watched it on, you can see from the picture that I put up there how old this Blu-ray is. This is like the 2007 Blu-ray. This is when I think Warner's were doing both HD DVD and Blu-ray, and I think
it was. They do mention that.
Yeah. So you can tell. I mean, that is the menu, and you only get that come up by pressing the menu button. Otherwise it goes straight into the movie, and trying to change the audio is a nightmare on it. There is no set menu for it. You've got to do it with the remote. It's kind of crazy. It just shows how messed up it was when they first started doing these discs. So it's only PCM 5.1, although my system up mixes that to Dolby Surround, and it is only 1080p. But I had forgotten just how good a movie this is. I literally put it on because it's Jack Nicholson, mini Jack Nicholson season, thought, well, I'll give it another go, and forgot how much I enjoyed it. And it was great. I mean, I'd forgotten how bloodthirsty it is as well. I mean, just the amount of people getting offed in this is incredible. I'm aware Sophia's in the chat. Hi, Sophia. So being a bit careful, but the amount of people that get offed in the I was going to say in the chat, the amount of people that get offed in this movie. I mean, it's a really graphic, really violent. This, I think, is Marty's most violent movie to this point. I mean, it's way worse than Casino or Goodfellas. I mean, it's a really dark movie. Yeah. So I'd forgotten how good it was, and I really did enjoy it. And I am going to import the disc, especially for $11. It's got a crazy not to. So it's good. Now I'll deal with mine because you've seen the 4K one, so I'll quickly do the video and audio of mine. So I turned it on. When I first put it on, I thought, okay, this is a movie from 2007 or a disc from 2007. It's an old encode, not great. For about the first 5 minutes, which is generally the credits, once that ended, and I think perhaps my eyes adjusted a bit, I actually thought even the Blu-ray looks very decent indeed. Flash tones are good. There is detail. There's not a lot of crush. There's lots of stuff in the background that you can see. I thought it looked okay, sounded good. It's not a bust by any means. Not up to the standards of a new 4K version, but still very good. And so I do recommend, if you've got the Blu-ray of this already, and most people listening to this probably have, if you haven't already upgraded, dig it out and have another watch. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. Having said that, I'm going to get the 4K disc, but still, it was very good.
This is one I've had in my collection. I've had it on the Kaleidoscape for a bit, and it came out with Dolby Vision. It got upgraded to Dolby Vision recently. So obviously I got that. And it is. I haven't seen the Blu-ray version. I own it somewhere. It's with my collection. But this is, and again, I said I haven't seen it in a while, so I can't really say, oh, it's night and day better, but I just know how good everything looks, how good their faces look. Nicholson's face, he has so much character to that face. And when he acts, the way he acts and the things he says, and it gave some of the lines that are literally disgusting, that even that much more punch, because it's like he's in my room and he's and he's doing this thing, and you're like, nah. And it's but then you have the youth of DiCaprio, right? And the youth,
he looks so young in this.
And the same with Damon.
Came up, he's just out of high school.
They came up classes apart in the movie, right? Through the state police. And it's just, and I'd forgotten some of the detail of this movie. They both came up and they're both snitches on either side, the undercover cop versus snitch in the police. And it's the juxtaposition of all that, that's what makes this a Scorsese movie. Right. It's not just your cops and bad guys and all that. And never mind, all set around the entire idea of the real life Whitey Bulger, which is what Nicholson is supposed to be playing.
Yeah.
And when this came out, Whitey Bulger, he didn't get caught until it had to be in the teens, right? 2000 and teens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know a rumor, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it was a different event, but I swear there's a rumor that he was at
June 22nd, 2011.
June is
June
when he got caught?
2011 is when he got caught. Yeah. After 16 years on the run.
Okay. So the rumor was...
That's according to the internet, so it's got to be right.
Okay. But so that makes sense. The rumor was he was at Game 7 of the Boston Bruins in Vancouver. In that year, that would have been June 15th of 2011. So when they won the Stanley Cup, June 15th, 2011, he got caught 7 days later. But the rumor was he was at that game, and there's a local hockey player that played for the Canadiens that was friends with him. So that's why that rumor could be true. And then for that, so anyway, that's why I said, I'm it was, but this movie came out obviously 5 years earlier from that, right? 5 years earlier from that. And then it's based on ends up, if you haven't seen it, I won't tell you what happens to Jack Nicholson's character. But put it this way, it's called The Departed. Everybody in the movie is The Departed.
yeah.
Which is
pretty
interesting.
Much. Yeah, man,
I didn't even realize they used they used that in the movie. This is the first time I noticed that one of them goes, The Departed. But yeah, the picture on this is absolutely, I would say, it's not referenced, but it is like such an upgrade. It looks so good. The uniforms, well, their undercut, whatever they're wearing, the costumes, their clothing, the detail in that, but their faces is just, like I'm saying, it's just, there's a bit of overacting in this. I thought Alec Baldwin's character was like way overacting.
Yeah, I think Wahlberg does too.
Wahlberg too.
So he's swinging for a whole different fence.
Oh yeah,
he's going over the green wall, the green monster.
Yeah,
he's almost into comedy. Almost.
Yeah, because even Martin Sheen's character is like, oh, okay, settle it down. And I don't know if he was saying that like slow down on your overacting, or in real life he'd be like, calm down, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, there's chewing, and then there's digesting, and then spitting out the scenery.
Yeah.
Steve Att says Brad Pitt producer. Well, Steve, because I've been hunting through IMDb as I am wont to do.
I found that
Brad
too.
Pitt was supposed to have been the Matt Damon character. But Damon stepped in at the last minute. Brad Pitt had other commitments.
He had to back out. I read the IMDb thing. He had to back out because I forget what the commitment was, but he had to back out. But it was his. He's a producer, and so is Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, it's the Plan B Productions.
Plan B Productions that they own together. So that's why he's a producer on it. But yes, he was supposed to be in it. Nicholson wasn't supposed to be in it. Who did they get?
Sean Penn, wasn't it? Wasn't it supposed to be Sean Penn or someone like that?
No, Penn. I thought Penn would have. No, was it Penn? No, I think Penn was supposed to play Damon's character, maybe, or something. I forget. But
I read it somewhere. I can't remember who it was that was supposed to be.
I know in the IMDb, Nicholson wouldn't wear a Red Sox hat. He was supposed to wear a Red Sox hat in a scene. There is a scene in it where he wears a black baseball cap, and he's like, and I think it's hysterical. Like, this is for a movie. You're an actor. You do this. And they're like, okay, this is take a place in Boston. You're going to wear that. And you're like, nope. Because his history, and I grew up on that history, is Celtics Lakers. He's always in the front row. You hated Nicholson at the Lakers games in LA, and he hated the Celtics and this and that. And here you are in 2006. Magic and Bird get along now, buddy. Back off. And he's like, I'm not putting on a Red Sox hat. I thought that was great.
Would his be the Dodgers then? LA Dodgers? Would that be the baseball team for
Probably.
LA?
Probably.
I don't know. I think,
but his big love-hate relationship was Celtics. Lakers.
So, nothing Boston.
Yeah, but
and of course, in the background of the scene with the angels, so you've got Jack Nicholson and the little kids. In the background, there is a yacht, and that's the yacht that Jordan Belfort, so DiCaprio, uses in Wolf of Wall Street. So the big boat behind them is the same one. Yeah, it's the same one in Wolf of Wall Street. So Scorsese must have thought, I really like the look of that.
Yeah.
And obviously remembered that then for Wolf of Wall Street.
A lot of this was filmed in New York. I read that too. A lot of it was filmed in New York because New York had I think it was either a 10 or 15% tax credit for rebate on tax, whatever, for doing it. So you basically were getting paid to be there. So they filmed mostly there. They did 3 weeks in June in Boston and 3 weeks in August in Boston for what they were. And then this movie was so big. It did so well. I mean, won Best Picture. Boston instituted a 25% after this movie to get attract more people. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, none of the characters can return.
Indeed, not unless it's in the afterlife.
Martin Sheen, I thought, was awesome too in this.
He's
role.
Good. Now, what I couldn't work
quietly
out,
good.
Is he supposed to be inept? Is he supposed to be a bit rubbish at his job? Because he gives away these people's positions left and right, and then exposes himself massively. Not that way. It kind of seemed to me like he was well out of his depth. Not as an actor, I don't mean his character was completely inept.
I think. At the time period, it's like this was like you see some of. I remember I forget which one it was. I think it was Damon's character when he is, and this was to show like kind of like the passing of the torch, and like Martin Sheen's character was older, doesn't get the new technology, isn't keeping up, and this was for us to watch this now. You think new technology, the way they were using cell phones then, and the way they were texting each other, and it's not with a QWERTY keypad. It's numeric keypad, and Matt Damon's doing text without looking. And it's like, that's a hint at like, this is what's going on. And then, so you have Matt Damon's character that's smarter. He's ahead. And the same idea with how smart they portrayed Leonardo DiCaprio's character, right, in the room. And it's like, but then they did do that line with about Shakespeare and stuff. And then later on, Martin Sheen's character brings that up. So it's like he's smart, but he might not be as street smart anymore because times have changed. You know what I mean? And that's where it takes off. But
yeah. No, so it was. But I did enjoy it. I am going to import the disc, as I said. It is a good movie. I think it's kind of been forgotten amongst Scorsese's, oeuvre, as it were.
Yeah,
I think people kind of forgotten it, and wrongly so, because it's really good.
Yeah,
people remember Casino and Goodfellas and Wolf of Wall Street and The Irishman and all that. This just seems to have kind of just faded a bit into the background because it's just not got De Niro in it and it's not got Joe Pesci in it.
But it wasn't.
It's not really good.
It's
exactly.
It's Best Picture nomination.
Wins. Don says. Don says so. Wahlberg was nominated for supporting actor. There you go. I mean,
Yep.
So there we go.
For his overacting. It's
very much so.
Some of the Boston accents, a lot of people would say is not accurate. It's too much, but there is legit. There is legit people around. You can run into them here and like in Dorchester and Southie. Which is that's where Whitey Bulger was from, Southie.
They're all from South Boston, Quincy and Chelsea.
Well, that's the Irish. Irish, and then the Italian that's North End, and then obviously as they depicted here out of Providence, which is factual, supposedly. Still going on.
If you get chance, anyone that goes onto Twitter or YouTube, Matt Damon has got a very interesting story about Nicholson and Ray Winston shooting the scene of the woman at the beginning getting shot, and Nicholson coming up with all kinds of suggestions and lines for what he could say. It's a really cool clip. I mean, most people would have seen it, I'm sure. But if you haven't, it's worth looking up because it's the stuff he was coming out with. You could end the scene there, or
right, and you're
really
like, cool. What is in your head? Highly recommend it at 4K. Grab it, absolutely. I think it's especially at award season, this is definitely one. It's got the awards. It's a great movie.
Well, for $11 as well on Amazon.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a steal. I mean, they're paying you pretty much. It's very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, all righty.
Let's do this.
The time is flying.
Quite well.
Yeah, because we're not even gonna. I mean, we're gonna have to end on the. On the one we're going to end on. We're not even going to get to the other one there that we were talking
I know. So apologies to Dom, because I did suggest to him earlier that there was a reference disc that I saw this week.
Well, it's a good tease for next week. We'll definitely have that reference. There's a reference up for potentially home theater.
Gotta be close.
Home theater experience of the year. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll do that next week then, peeps. No spoilers from us.
But in the meantime, we have this little gem.
It's a little something.
I'll let you introduce it because you love it.
Oh, do I have to? Oh, go on then. Yes. So this then, war, what is it good for? Absolutely not much, as it turns out.
God.
So this is then War Machine. Not that one, Marvel fans. War Machine on Netflix, which dropped on Friday or Thursday for one of the 2 days.
Yeah.
Anyway, and this is with our friend Alan Ritchson, and it's on Netflix, 4K, Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision, I think, Vision Atmos, all the Dolbys, as John says.
Yeah.
And so this dropped end of last week, and no spoilers, don't worry, Rach, we won't spoil it. And I had been looking forward to it with significant reservations and trepidation just based on the trailers. And so but having said that, as soon as it dropped, the same day that it dropped, I watched it immediately. So the story is, well, if you've seen Predator, no, anyway, the story is, essentially,
You can read it off the thing. It's like,
there we go.
let me see. What's it say?
Yeah.
Your description says an Army Ranger candidate and his team encounter an otherworldly killing machine in this action movie starring Alan Ritchson and Dennis Quaid. And then mine says, the one Netflix over here says, during a training exercise, an Army Ranger candidate starring Alan Ritchson must take command when an unearthly killing machine targets his unit.
When you say targets his unit, anyway, sorry, right? I don't think that's
his
a
yardstick,
but it might be. There you go, his katana. Yes.
Nice.
So yeah. Now this is. I mean, again, we won't spoil it, but that's exactly it. Army Rangers.
Trust me, we can't spoil this.
No, well, God, no.
You can't.
So it is a movie. It is every bit as cliched as that makes it sound. And I mean, this is the kind of movie that the word stupid was invented for.
What did I say to you? Like, it's like, the first half hour and the last like 5 minutes are awesome. The middle part is the best home theater comedy you're ever going to see because it's got all the action and the explosions and the fun of your home theater, but it's an absolute laugh. You're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. It is outrageously dumb.
Yes.
And just so, I mean, and you will be, even if you're only paying the most cursory of attention to it, you will be going, why, what, when, how?
Yeah.
And also going, as I did, right, well, that bit's from Predator. Oh, that bit's from Predator. Oh, look, that bit's from Predator. Oh, look, that line's from Predator. Oh, look, that setup's from Predator. I mean, yeah. So, I got to the end of the movie and was like, that was hard going. However, so having said that, and again, we've got to be careful because it is new and lots of people haven't seen it. It is all kinds of dumb. They don't even bother to give names to most of the characters. They're just a number, which I think is a commentary on it in and of itself, by the way. So what? Just give them a number. Don't bother with a name.
Well, what I liked about it is it does play a part in the story by the end. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not about, and again, it's like part of the story is like, it's not about the people. It's not about, it's them.
Yeah.
Like, it's about the unit. It's about this. It's about that. It's like, there is that's what I liked about like the first half and everything. And it does play through the movie. No, you've seen that one, Rachel. It's like, you definitely should see it as a home theater movie. But it's the, I don't know. It's just the ridiculousness of it is a little too much. But the human side of it, I think there is a story there that you wish maybe there's so much of, it could have been such a better movie made with it. They did so good at developing the character, developing him and the story. And you see it coming in that first half hour and you're like, oh God, they're not going to do this, are they? There they go. They did it.
Yep. Although I did like the Reacher crossover at the beginning, I must admit. That's quite good. There was a clear Reacher crossover. There is a person at the beginning who was in Reacher. You get a little Reacher crossover. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They were both in different. Yes.
Versions of Reacher. So that was quite fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I actually think Alan Ritchson is miscast in this. I actually think he's wrong for this. I don't think he
really.
He's
definitely not Ranger. He's like from the people I've talked to that either were Rangers or SEALs or people that knew them. Everybody has described to me that's not what they look like.
No, quite. Yeah, indeed. But also, I don't think he carries off the emotional heft either. I think he's a good actor. He's done some great stuff. He's great in Reacher, and he was great in like Teen Titans or whatever it was. Titans. He was good in that as well.
Yes.
And he is a capable and very good actor, but I don't think he ever nails whatever they're going for with this character. I don't think he ever nails it. He's always it just doesn't sell it for me. I wonder if they're trying to go with Schwarzenegger. Is he going to be the new Schwarzenegger? Is that what they're trying to say? But he doesn't. But the Schwarzenegger in Predator does not stand out. He is deliberate. You know, when you've got Billy, you know, Sonny Badham, and you've got Jesse Ventura and Bill Duke, Carl Weathers, they're all beefcake, massive guys.
Yeah.
He's ginormous, and everybody else is kind of normal size, and so he stands out in the wrong way. And so I just think, like I said, as much as I like him, I think he was miscast in this. I think there are, in fact, and the other thing is, I thought 5 years ago, those roles that we just talked about with the Reacher two would have been reversed. Richard would have been what happened, and the other guy, because he's not there in the credits, so I'm not going to spoil it.
Correct. Yeah.
Would have been the lead, and I actually think he would have made a better lead in terms of this.
I like now. I'm going to push back and say I think based off of everything you're saying, I think he was perfectly cast.
Okay.
Okay, because everything that you said, like even before you mentioned Schwarzenegger, I was thinking like in this movie he acts a lot like a Terminator, right? Like he says nothing through the movie. He just sits by himself. That's his character. His character is quiet. His character is that there's a part towards the middle of the movie where he's supposed to speak and he has a hard time speaking, but that's his character. And it's like, now that like Alan Ritchson, his acting ability is that like he doesn't have a hard time speaking, but he's acting like he does. And in that particular scene that I'm thinking of, it's like he's a bad actor because he's like, I think we should do this. And now I'm dumbing it down because I don't want to spoil anything, but he's like, he does not speak well to the group. And then you also mentioned Predator and like Schwarzenegger, and they're all big. Well, he's big in this. They never really show him off. I don't think they showed him without his shirt on ever. Right? He's just a giant guy, but they don't use his stature like they do in Reacher, right?
Yeah.
But what they do is he's experienced, he's older, and this is the movie, the human side of this movie is about the team isn't cohesive. It isn't together. This is a training exercise gone bad. In Predator, all those guys are established. They are the team. And that's what made that movie amazing is the Predator came in and dismantled a well-experienced team that knew, and what was fun in Predator is they took each character and their expertise, shined their expertise, and then eliminated the character. And you were like, oh my God, which is trying to show that the Predator has all that expertise, right? Like, so in Predator, you have each guy has a role and they had a tracker. They had this, they had that. And, Billy doesn't get scared of anything, right? It's like, what's scaring him? And he's the Predator had all of that in that one character, the Predator. This movie, they have nothing. None of them. They literally don't even have weapons and they have nothing. And they had to come together, and the person that they put as a leader doesn't want to lead, can't speak. They took everything away from the Predator team and put them in that situation, and to your point of like Richardson, it's like, I think that's why he was perfectly cast. Cause you'd think, look at the size of him, look at him, he's experienced, he's this, that, the role. And you'd be like, nope, he's going to be useless because he's not meshing, but that's the story. Now, that's why I said this movie is decent like that, but it's like the situations they put him in, you're like, oh, come on.
I don't, again, the reason I don't think I think he's miscast is look, we'd have to speak to the writers if there is one. Maybe this was AI, who knows, right? Makes you wonder. But
story came in off an asteroid.
I think he's supposed to be a tortured soul.
Yeah.
He's got PTSD. He is struggling with everything. Everything is difficult. And there is a scene where he's required to give his little emotional, motivational speech. And I don't get any of the emotion from it. I don't get anything from it. He's a charismatic guy. I've seen him interviewed, and he's very good in Reacher and all this stuff. But he's just a blank page in this. I didn't feel the tortured soul. I didn't feel the emotion. I know what I've got to do, but I can't do it because of my PTSD. And he just was not conveying that. He was just a blank space. He was a number.
Right.
And
I thought he did good at that.
Well, yeah, but I think he's supposed to be more than that. I think.
See, I don't think he is. That's why I think he's good. I think he's not supposed to be more than that. And even like he gives two speeches, one better than the other, right? It's written to one supposed to be better than the other. And I agree with you that the one that's supposed to be better still isn't great. But I feel like that's still that character in that moment. Like you're not all of a sudden going to be like, you know, a Shakespearean actor. You're right. After everything he's been through, he sees the light and he's better at giving this particular speech. And now all of a sudden he's going to nail it. No, I think he did a great job. And I think, and I don't want to spoil it, but I liked the way they ended it. I liked like even his character, the way they ended his character. And you know what I mean? Him in the, you know, in the chopper there and now looking at him. And then they get to that, his name. And everybody, that's what to your point, like he's a nobody. He's a blank page. He's a nothing. And that was the entire point. And now at the end, everybody wants to know who that blank page is.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I thought was interesting. It's funny. I think we're both saying the same things. You just think it could have been better. I think he nails it, which is weird.
Well,
we're both on opposite ends.
Well, they went to the extent of trying to give him a backstory to explain why he is the way he is, but then I didn't get that informed who he is. I just got the same kind of blank page stoicism that I don't get. I don't think that's what they're going for. If it was that he's a master, give it, you know, best picture.
I wouldn't go that far, but I would say it worked. I'd just say, I'm saying it worked for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying he's like, you know, exactly. I'm not giving him the Oscar for this. I'm just saying it's like, it worked, you know, for me.
So now in terms of then the audio video, so let's do that then because time's getting on.
Yes.
So now, video, it's Netflix, so they know how to shoot.
Yeah.
And I think it looks great. I mean, I think that the standout for me here over and above the detail levels are the primary colors, your reds and your blues. For those that will have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They really do pop. I mean, it's ridiculous, by the way. Again, none of that makes any sense, but it does pop. So for home theater, then it looks great. I mean, the red and the blue and the light and the dark and the way that it interplays is great.
Yeah. There's a lot of detail in that. The squirrelies as it fades, which is weird. I don't know how that works. Once it like goes, whatever.
Yeah. I think it's just supposed to look cool.
Yeah, and it did. It really did. It's like I mean, like you said, it's like the picture quality on this it's got all the Dolbys, and the Dolby Vision on this looks really, the 4K HDR looks really, really good. And there are a lot of dark scenes. There's some jungle scenes. There's some water scenes. There's really, really nice stuff that really shows off your display. So I mean, this is a definite, like, again, that's what we said to John, like, leave your brain at the door. And it's like, you know, but you do want to experience it. And the audio too. I thought there was really good bass in this. Nice explosions. Nice.
Not always. It's not terribly consistent bass, but there are some great bass in it.
And they use it in the background. They use it at, like, there's some, like, obviously approaching, you know, threats you can hear. The water scene in particular, there's some good bass, and there's a waterfall in the movie. Not the nice waterfall in the movie Stealth, but a nice one. It was a waterfall.
Predator.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the audio in this I thought was really, really good too. It's like, and again, that panning, of that, where you get the light scenes and stuff like that. It's the TV giving away, foreshadowing what's to come. That's playing a different, it goes around the room when they're at the barracks, and you're like, oh my God, would you shut that thing off? You're like, oh no.
But it is a good home theater presentation. That's the best thing I can say about it. Would you watch it again?
I was going to say, I'm hoping it gets a physical release. It's that good.
Oh, really?
Home theater wise.
Okay. Would I buy it?
I don't know. Well, if this dropped on Kaleidoscape, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. It's just because I think it's home theater wise, I think it's that good, and it is fun.
Yeah.
It is a fun movie. It's just I was hoping, like, see, I went into it and I didn't read the synopsis. So I went into it and I'm getting into it. Remember when I said to you, I'm like, I'm ready to run through a wall. This is great. And then it was like literally after I sent you that text, I'm like, 10 minutes, they showed the clip of the TV and telling you I'm like, oh no. I mean,
have you seen the trailer?
Loud. No.
Oh, so right. Wow. Okay.
No.
Yeah. I'd seen both trailers.
I was like, I got like the worst, I should have had it spoiled. It would have, like, I was like, oh God, no. Yeah, they did it. And then I read the synopsis afterwards. I was like, oh, I should have read the synopsis.
Yeah. Well, that was my problem. As I said, I had seen both trailers. So as I went into this, as I said, I lost count of the Predator rip-off. I mean, I don't even think they're homages. I think they're rip-offs. And again, I won't spoil them because
you said that when you were talking earlier, like the homages, the rip-offs. Yeah, you lost count.
Right. Okay, that's just silly now.
Yeah.
Including the helicopter shot at the end. It's just silly.
I did have one continuity issue that I was like, that I said to you, and then right after I said it, it kind of took care of itself in the movie. Right. And I was like, oh, okay. But still, and it was like, which is like the movie, the thing I was talking about earlier about this, something like this, maybe not to this ridiculousness, but again, like something like this is what galvanizes everybody together. Like we were talking earlier, like, oh, everything that's going on, you fight. It's like, this is something that you'd be like, okay, forget the issues of the day. Here we go. We're all together. High five. We're all working together. Right. And I think it was Reagan or somebody said like this exact thing. Like if this ever happened, this is what would galvanize everybody. But,
and
but
Bill
it's so
Pullman said it in Independence Day.
Yeah. And this is like Independence Day wasn't ridiculous. I mean, not like this. I mean, it is, but it's not like this. I mean, I said to you, I go, this is like Moonfall. Ridiculous. And I like this one better.
Well, yeah. But I don't know, man. I knew what I was going to get. I got what I was expecting, and I still didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
He's better than this. He's a really good actor, and he's great in Reacher. And I just think that he deserves better. This is either straight to DVD schlock rubbish, or it's got pretensions to something better, so it should have been better. I mean, this is, again, if someone told me this was written by AI, I'd go, makes perfect sense. Got it. Fine. Yep. Okay. Yep. I see that. That good, good one. You got one over on us. Makes perfect sense. That someone sat down and wrote this. And, I mean, I'm not besmirching all writers. Obviously, we love Carl. But it's like this is the kind of thing that maybe, my opinion only, everybody, my opinion only, kind of gives writers a bad name. Because it's just nonsense, and it's derivative nonsense.
No more than, like I said, and I already said it, like Moonfall. Roland Emmerich has made some great movies, good movies unto themselves, never mind the home theater experience, right?
Yeah.
But he does love to make a great home theater experience. He's literally said that. Like, I love to do like I want to make a movie to do some special effects and have some stuff. I got an idea for effects, and then he writes the movie around that. Hence Moonfall, right? So that's what I think this is that. This is like, here's so much fun in your living room, home theater, whatever. And we just kind of wrote a backstory to do what we did for the home theater experience. That's really what it is. And this isn't Roland Emmerich, right? That's not this is Netflix. So I want more of this stuff. I want more fun home theater experiences. It doesn't have to all be like, the story of Casablanca or something, right? Let's just have fun. And that's what this movie is.
Yeah, but you can have a fun movie and a home theater experience and it still be good.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Netflix, I mean, how many times we talked about Extraction and Six Underground and movies like that.
Adam Project. All of those.
They're not mutually exclusive.
No. But not everything can be that good.
Yeah,
and and they're trying to pump out some stuff, and I get that. And it's like, hey, if this is the low bar, I'll take it all day long. Don't go lower than this. But you know what I mean? But like, if this is what we consider the low, like, all right, it's still like, I'm recommending, like, you got to see it. It's a great home theater experience. I'm not putting it up there with, like, it won't be in my top 10. It's not that, but it's fun. It is a lot of fun. And we've, in my opinion, reviewed worse movies that didn't have as good a home theater experience.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah, that is fair. Yeah. But I think that put it this way. Okay. So let's bright side this from my point of view. Would I rather have seen it for the first time in Cinema George for my regular Netflix subscription? Hell yes.
Oh yeah.
Would I wanted to pay 20 odd pounds to see it in the theater? Hell no.
No. So or buying it. It's like, if you bought this first on 4K, you probably would be disappointed because you'd be like, yeah, no. Or if it went straight to disc, you'd probably be like, oh, okay. It would be a Netflix expectation, right? So like, if you saw it in theaters and you had to pay the money and do all this, you'd be like, that was the most ridiculous. No, I can't believe I wasted money and went in time and went to the theater. To your point, yes, I agree with that 100%. But that's my point of like, this is what Netflix is for. This is the landscape. This is the market now. And this is where we can get fun stuff like this.
Yeah,
right.
Fair enough.
It's like, you know, didn't cost you anything. You already paid for the Netflix. So have some fun, crank it up, enjoy it, you know, leave your brain at the door. And it's like, I think, and apparently John did and still hasn't woken up because we haven't heard what he thought.
I think we can guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No.
All righty. Okay.
We got a question. I know Paul dropped into the chat quick, and a quick question. We were talking earlier. What do you think? This is a good one. Is Monarch season 2 looking better than season 1? I felt burned by season 1. Yes, we said it is looking better.
Yeah, definitely.
That was a little wrap up from earlier that Paul wasn't in. And it looks like Paul came in and like right around like the last, like 6 o'clock for me. So at the end, he come in and out. So Paul did the typical, like, I'm going to come in an hour late. That's when they get to the experiences. And we're like, you're an hour late. You're an hour short. So,
can I just quickly show off briefly?
Absolutely.
So Old School Kung Fu Films says, I miss home cinema choice. So do I. But can I just say, Old School Kung Fu Films, I am a home cinema choice Hall of Famer. Just saying.
Just saying. Yep. Yeah. Hey, I mean, that's what got you hired here.
Yeah. Was it? Oh, okay. I thought it was my winning personality.
Oh, yeah, of course it was, because you weren't Hall of
Famer at that point.
Hall of Famer at that point.
No,
I saw the greatness in you.
Yeah, that's it. You spotted my talent. Could have been a contender.
Yeah. So, all right, that will do for. We ran late. Ran out of time.
Excited, man. Yeah.
So, all right, that will do it. Rate, review, and subscribe. Not John. He's already done it. So rate, review, and subscribe on your favorite platform. And I'm looking out on Apple, see if anybody pops in there. And I haven't seen it. I saw John's. But if anybody does any other reviews anywhere else, let me know. So, I mean, that's how we get the word out. And if you'd like to support the show monetarily, patreon.com/Brightside Home Theater, as little as $1 a month. We could retire if everybody listening to us right now gave $1 a month. We could retire and do this full time. And you'd have to listen to us talk every day. Can you imagine that?
Ooh, yeah.
Imagine getting up, watching movies, and then coming and sitting down and watching and just doing this.
Sold.
Oh my God.
Okie dokie.
I don't think anybody wants us to do it. They'd be too jealous. I'm not paying for that.
Judgmental.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. We will be back next week. Until then, you know what you got to do.
Go push play.
What he said.
That's right.
Hey, Fred. This has been a Hey Fred production with theme music by Jeff Bernhardt and Throne Vault Productions.